Using the toilet on board is really straightforward. If you lift the lid, you'll see that you have a normal toilet seat here, and you'll see on front of the toilet that you have this blade valve here. This is very important. When you're using the toilet, you want to open the blade valve, and that makes sure that any of the waste going down the toilet goes into the holding tank. When it comes to emptying your holding tank, which we'll come on to, you need to make sure that that blade valve is closed. And when you're not using the toilet, you have the blade valve closed as well. If you want to flush the toilet, you put it in the open position, and you have a button here behind, and it's electric flush. You just push it and it flushes. We also have this spray here, and if you want to just freshen it up, you just put the spray in first, flush, spray away, and it's nice and fresh. When your toilet bowl, when your toilet cassette becomes fairly full, a light will shine here, and you know that it's time to empty the toilet. Okay, emptying the toilet cassette is pretty straightforward and should not be feared. And you want to do this nice and regularly. We often get asked, how often will I need to replace this and empty the cassette? It really depends on how much you're going to use the toilet inside. Some people use it all the time for everything. Some people only use it for number ones. Some people might like to use the facilities on site. But either way, a cassette like this, there is a little light just above the toilet there where the flush is, and it will come on when it's time to unload this. But in very, very rough terms, a family of 4 would probably, if they're using this quite a bit, would probably end up emptying this every couple of days, probably. Okay, so to remove the cassette, when the cassette is full and you want to empty the waste, you're going to remove the cassette. You need to remember that the blade valve on the toilet is closed. That's very important. This won't come out if the blade valve is open. So close the blade valve on the toilet first, and then the orange handle here, move it up and remove the cassette just like that. And I'll show you the cassette here. It's got some wheels on the bottom of it. So this handle here will extend, and if you want to drag this to the nearest L-sand point, you can do, and it's like a little carrying handle, and that will go like that. Or you can pick it up by the handle and just carry it. Obviously get as close as you can to the waste disposal point as you can. When you get to the waste disposal point, you simply extend the tube, take off the cap, use the handle here and pour it. It's got a handle on the back as well. You'll see this little button here. You want to depress this button here, and this helps with the airflow. So when you are disposing of waste, make sure that the orange button there is pushed, and it will dispose nice and quickly. Give it a rinse out with a hose, and you might have to go backwards and forwards with it a few times just to make sure all the waste and all the paper and whatnot comes out, and make sure it's nice and clean. When you're ready to put it back, simply put the cap back on the tube and then reverse the process to put it back into the cassette holder. Make sure it's all the way to the back, and then that orange handle goes down into position like so. Close her up. Okay, so you've changed your cassette out. You've got a nice new cassette, new empty cassette there. And what you want to do is you want to now put some of the toilet treatment tablets in the toilet, and this allows all the waste to break down and make sure the toilet bowl is smelling fresh. So in order to do this, you open the valve so you can get access to the cassette underneath, and we've provided a beaker here. This is a 1 litre jug. You need 2 litres of water, and 1 of these tabs go into the toilet. So we chuck one of those tabs into the toilet just like that, and then we get our beaker. All of this lives under the sink here in this little stowage over there. So it's 1 tablet and 2 litres of water go into the toilet bowl like that, and you're all set to go. Close the blade valve up, ready to go.